When you know how to take your money and invest it in the proper places that it needs to be invested in, then your money can work for you. In this video, I'm going to share with you why you are broke. It's not because of lack of opportunity. It's because you were programmed to stay that way. Welcome in. My name is Dee Giles, your wealth and transformation coach. And this video is super important today because there are a lot of people who are struggling. And when I say struggle, on the struggle bus with being broke, not simply because they don't have opportunities, but because their mindset was programmed for them to stay this way, right? From school society, you've been trained to think in a way that keeps you in financial bondage. I want you to think about it for a second. So I'm going to look down on my notes. I love to preface this all the time just to make sure, see, I have my laptop here, just to make sure that I share with you the notes that I have in order to really give you everything and not miss out. I'm not using a teleprompter or anything. So sometimes I forget to mention something. So I wanted to make sure I have all my notes here for you. All right. So by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to break free from this trap, because it is a trap. From the times of the school system, I want you to think about this. They sometimes don't even teach you how to make money in different ways aside from getting a normal job, right? Even some of this, like, you got to think about it, investments and all of these things that we can do nowadays. They didn't train us as they held us in a way of captivity, like to really just keep our minds focused on getting a job by the time we're done with college. All right. So I'm going to share this with you really quick. All right. So poverty is a mindset. It's not just a bank balance. I know this. I am a Haitian. I'm Haitian culture, definitely born of two Haitian parents, immigrant Haitian parents. And I understand not just from, Haiti being one of the poorest nations on the Western Hemisphere, but just from where I grew up, even in Florida, in the area that I grew up at, there was a mentality that you can see that there were some people who had a rich mindset, abundant mindset. And there were some people who had really a poverty mindset. Now, I do thank God that from my family, I didn't really have to go through that whole poverty mindset thing. I had, I would say, portions of it simply because of the system that we all grew up under, right? But I would say that we weren't totally under a poverty mindset. Listen here. The rich and the poor operate from two different mental programs, right? You were taught to trade time for money, where the rich was taught to trade value for money. So they always looked at, even though both kind of trade time for money, you have to understand that the wealthy is always seeing what can they leverage as value for the money. Right? Instead of us working 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week, pushing it just to be able to make $15 an hour and pay our bills. Listen to this. Schools, jobs, and even media condition you to be a worker, not an owner. I know some people are going to argue with me down in the comments, and they're going to be like, well, that's not true. They teach us how to be business owners and have a business. That's true. A lot of these things, though, you do not survive in it until you get out in real life. Let's just be very honest with each other here. OK, example. Why do schools teach you to be an employee, but not how to build a business or invest? Think about it. Think about it for a second. I homeschool my kids. So through the early years of homeschooling, I'm even teaching them principles of money, right? That's what we're supposed to do, even as, kingdom leaders. I'm teaching them principles of money. At this early age, they're really into the entrepreneurship. We watch Shark Tank together. My daughter's in 3rd grade right now, and my son's in 6th grade. And they're like really interested in these things. But even as they're interested, if you're going to a normal public school, half the time, they don't even care about showing you this. They care about you. Do you want to become a lawyer? Do you want to become a doctor? Do you want to become all of these things that they're really good too. We need them, right? They're rewarding. But I'm just saying there are other jobs out there that they keep you in this hamster wheel. It's like they don't teach you anything outside of it. Okay. I appreciate every job that is out there, from nurses to doctors, from surgeons, and they're all necessary and needed. I'm talking about a system that we grew up in that didn't really teach children a lot of critical thinking and teach them how to think outside of the box, aside of thinking. There's so many kids who go into college not even knowing what career path they want to take, because we're so like, we have to do exactly what our parents said to do, and we have to stick in that box instead of really praying and seeing what is the assignment and the purpose that God has placed on the inside of us. What is the gift and talent that we have, so we don't stay stuck in that poverty trap. Listen to this. Here are some of the lies that you were probably taught, because I'm going to teach you to rewire your financial mindset. Money is evil. So some people don't care about going for the best because they think money is evil. What? Hard work equals wealth. Just save and you'll be rich. Not necessarily true. Saving does not make you rich. I've come from a family who saves. It doesn't necessarily make you rich. When you know how to take your money and invest it in the proper places that it needs to be invested in, then your money can work for you, right? When you're just saving it, and a lot of the times they'll say, save it in a CD, save it in this bank that's barely making any money, any return on investment. Save. Nothing's happening. It reminds me of the parable of the talents. Y'all remember that? In Matthew 25, the parable of the talents, when, he left these talents to each of these stewards, like, go ahead and steward these talents well, steward this money well. And there was that one that hid and buried it, right? It's not even doing anything else. And he said, it's because you are Rick and ruler. I knew you would reap where you did not even think about it. And then the other ones took and they multiplied their talent. That's the same way we have to do. So, okay, just save and you'll be rich. College is the only path to success. Actually, it is not. Have you looked at the statistics right now? The price of college, the price of, like, I went to college, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I like the degrees. I didn't even use it. I did go for business management though. And I didn't start using everything that I learned up until now. And I still even remember what I learned from them. Everything that I'm using now is literally from like mentorship and guidance and learning outside of that realm. Right? The only thing that I think I used was my cosmetology degree. Now, of course, college is important if you're going to be a doctor or a nurse. We need those things. But you can go and look at, I think it was Mark Cuban. I don't know if it's Robert Hajifek. I can't say his last name right. But a lot of those people that are on Shark Tank, a lot of entrepreneurs, well-known billionaires, I want you to go and take a look to see if they even graduated and finished school. College is not necessary. I would say that again. And there's some people that might come for me for that, but it's not necessary. Play it safe. Don't take risks. I think the greatest level of faith that someone needs is one who is an entrepreneur, because you are not depending on a paycheck weekly, like a paycheck. You know what? Let me tell you the trap they set for you. The trap they set for you is a dependable paycheck that you can depend on every week, so that you don't even try to see if you can go past that paycheck. You don't even know the potential that you have past that paycheck, that lid they put on you. Now, I'm going to keep prefacing and going back to this. If you are a teacher and you're called to be a teacher, I get it. If you are called to be a doctor, I get it. A nurse, I get it. I completely get it. I'm talking for those who have the ability to spread their wings further. They put a lid on you and you want to stay trapped at the fast food restaurant at a management level. Don't do that. Go for more. Right? So you play it safe. You don't take risks. Okay. I want you to adopt this wealth formula. Wealth equals value times leverage. Wealth equals what? Value times leverage. Money flows to those who solve problems at scale. The reason why we buy iPhones is because iPhone solves our problem, right? It's simple. There's some people it's for status. There's some people they love the interface. For some people it's just, I'm able to connect really well. I don't have a problem, right? Money flows to those who solve problems at scale. We buy mattresses and great beds and Tempur-Pedic beds because it works for those who are saying, hey, I'm in bed at night and I want to be able to raise my bed up a little bit so I can read or either watch TV with my spouse. So that's where money flows. Example, a barista makes $15 an hour serving coffee, but a coffee shop owner makes millions selling a brand. I'm not saying everybody's called to be a coffee shop owner, but I am saying there's something to take a look at. There are so many people I've met with such amazing gifts and talents who are so afraid of moving forward based on they think they're going to fail. They're not willing to take a risk. I want you to ask yourself, what would happen if I actually do take a risk? Lean in. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I take a risk? I think Alex Hormozy had said it best. He was like, well, if I fail at all, I could just go back to my parents. Like, this was him. I'm not saying you can go, but he was reasoning in his head. He was like, well, I can take this chance. If I can't go back to my parents, maybe there'll be some friends I can go to. You have to ask yourself, what can you do if all else fails? That's how I approach life, right? Shift from consumer to producer. Poor people consume first. Buying liabilities, living paycheck to paycheck. We buy. That's what I used to do. Consume. Jordans, consume. Perfume, consume, like just outfits, everything, consume. Or maybe it's your Louis Vuitton, or I'm not against any of these things. You have to ask yourself, do you care more about status, or do you care more about going to the next level in your mindset with wealth so that you can be able to afford those things at a level of, not just for status, but because you just can, and you have so much more money left over to be a blessing, right? Wealthy people produce first. They create businesses, they invest, they acquire assets. Out of me being able to create a business, out of my creativity, then I don't mind buying stuff or investing in stuff, right? Like the extra clothes, the car, the house, because I know I'm able to actually just create something, and I can just go ahead and buy something instead of, oh my God, I got to wait from paycheck to paycheck and then go buy something. And then you're like, you got to pay your bills. Do you get what I mean? There's responsibilities here that we have to take a great look at. Okay. For example, are you watching Netflix or creating courses that someone else will pay for? All right. So I have a balance with that. I'm just going to let y'all know that really quick, because I do watch me some television. I am not that person that don't watch. I watch me some television, but I do get absolutely guilty if I'm not creating on a regular basis. Right. Because I believe our creator was creative, and he's given us the ability to start just creating things, work on things. He's given us gifts and talents and intellect to be able to either read, write a novel, create a business, coach other people, create products. There's so much you can be doing instead of being a couch potato. So here's what you need to do to escape the poverty mentality. Audit your programming. Take a good look at how you think about things. Every single time I used to buy something, I used to be like, how much it costs? What is this? Like, I was like holding on to like every penny. And then I started saying, well, is this an investment or am I wasting my money? See what I'm saying there? All right. What beliefs did your parents, teachers, and societies teach you about money? Even your church. I'm going to say it because in the church, sometimes there's this poverty mentality. Can I share something with y'all? Can I be really raw and real? Come a little closer. And part of my coaching program, I've been around other entrepreneurs who were just like, they didn't want to work with Christians. Is that not sad? I love my people, but they didn't want to work with Christians because they were like, Christians have this poor mentality of, I don't want to spend. They're like being super cheap. When in reality, that's not the way we're supposed to be. Hold on to every dollar, every penny as if you're never going to have. When the Bible says something else, right? Buy wisdom and sell it not. There's so many things in the Bible, but there's just like this poverty spirit, this mindset that's been ingrained in the church of not to spend. You get what I'm saying? So here you go. Do you believe wealth is only for lucky people or greedy people? Especially if you're a kingdom person, the wealth of the wicked is yours. I look at it like that. I look at like God will bless the righteous. And I look at that he will bless the works of your hands. Say it with me. God will bless the works of my hands. Also, detach income from time. I want you to start looking at it like that. Okay, instead of trading hours for dollars, build assets that generate cash. Start building a product, start building a course, start in like maybe invest in a property if you can, if you have the ability to invest in a good property, invest in a condo, invest in something, right? An Airbnb, okay? A book, a course, business, investment that can make cash while you sleep. Invest in high income skills. One of the best high income skills you can invest in is sales. Somebody say sales, sales, sales. I truly believe, excuse me, y'all, allergies acting up. It's that season. I like to tell people, and I'm not going to cut to a break for my nose. Sales, marketing. Everyone always needs marketing. There are some timeless skills that you have. It's just like timeless colors, timeless brands, black, gold, white, things that would just never be, they would just always be timeless. Sales, marketing, leadership, investing, and right now in the times that we're in, digital leverage, and it's only going to increase. Invest in those high income skills. Even while you're working at your 9-to-5 job, you can invest in those skills. So if anything was ever to go haywire or wrong in the economy, you know that you have some great skills that you can take and put it in the marketplace, and you can apply it anywhere. Once you find that what you're passionate about, you can apply it anywhere. All right, surround yourself with wealthy thinkers. You are the average of the 5 people that you are around, right? So surround yourself with wealthy people. I learned that when I started hanging around wealthy mindset, wealthy people, everything changed. How I spoke changed. My faith rose up. It seemed like mindset changed. How I dressed changed. This person, I didn't change. Inherently, I didn't change. What began to change was my mentality. It received like an upgrade. It received like the next level that God wanted for me. That's how I saw it. I never changed who I was. I just upgraded. And I never put down the people who I used to rock with. I just was like, hey, come with me. Let's go to the next level. And those that wanted to came, and those who didn't want to come are still where they're at. But they cannot be mad at me because I extended a hand of invitation because I'm here to serve. All right. So stop taking financial advice from broke people. I will say that again. A lot of broke people, when they give you financial advice, it is from hardship. It's from not a good place. It's from they don't know. They are stuck in that rat race of society, right? They're not out of the matrix. That's what I call it. All right. And when I say invest in high income skills too, I'm going to give you an example. Selling $1,000 course online takes the same effort as selling a $10 product. There's been many people that have come to me for coaching, like when I'm on a call with them, and they'll tell me about the product that they have, and they'll be selling their product for like $40. And I'm like, what you have is worth way more than $40. Your sweat, time, your effort that you put into this, the value that you put into that's going to change the lives of people is worth more than $40. You can sell that at a better rate than that. The value, you have to look at the value of what's the return that people get. Sure, you can sell it at $40, but the same effort it takes to sell something at $40 is the same effort it takes to sell something at $400. You just got to choose which one you want to do, and your mindset will be able to take you there. Your mindset got to say, I can do it. I'm not going to stay trapped in the mentality that people have for me, right? So here's some steps that I want you to take today. Write down 3 money beliefs you were taught and challenge them. Do your research. Challenge those money beliefs. It is very important. For my Bible people, challenge them with the Bible. Then go and look at, business principle that challenges them. Look at people who have defied those odds. Look at those. Number 2, create one income stream that isn't tied to your time. Sell digital products, maybe on Amazon, something. Create one income stream that isn't tied to your time. Number 3, invest in learning sales, marketing, or investing. I can tell you this, marketing and sales have completely changed our life. It was a skill that we didn't even realize that we had, my husband and I, and it has completely transformed our life. And when we got into coaching courses where they were teaching us how to sell, we were like, oh, we do that already. Oh, we have that. oh, okay. It came natural to us. Invest in learning sales, marketing, and investing. And number 4, stop blaming external factors. It's because of this. It's because of this person. It's because of my mom. This person messed me up on a deal. You know how many people have like ruthlessly messed up with us? We've given our time, our effort, built something, and can I give you a tip? Wealth is a choice. Choose to be relentless. As you pursue the Lord, I'm going to give you a spiritual tip. I believe wealth will come. But at the same time, there's this grit that people who just never tire, never really out will have. No matter what lies people try to say about you, no matter how they try to break you down, no matter how maybe narcissistic tendencies, maybe you partner with the wrong people. I'm going to give you this tip right here. Wealth is a choice. Go after it. Don't blame external factors. Do not. It is a gift to be able to create, and no one can take that from you. Y'all get me all excited in my preaching voice now. Listen, if this video woke you up today, I just want you to drop "I choose wealth" in the comments down below. And then I want you to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Listen, share this with somebody. Be a blessing to somebody, because I want people to escape this poverty mindset system that the world has had us in. It's time to break free from that, especially as kingdom mindset people. We do not need to be there. All right. So God bless you. And I pray that this video was an absolute blessing for you. Remember, wealth is a choice, and I choose wealth.